Here are 6 quiet habits that bring peace in the second half of life. Small daily practices that let a gentler stillness settle in once the house has grown quiet and you begin to wonder whether peace is meant to arrive on its own or must be practiced. Before we begin, if these calm thoughts do you good, subscribe to the channel. That way, more people find a little peace. The children have grown and gone. The calendar, once so full, has more empty days now than crowded ones. And in the evening, the house makes a sound you did not notice before, the sound of its own stillness. Perhaps you know this feeling, the quiet that fills a house once it empties. In that silence, a question rises. Is peace something that will simply come to me one day if I wait long enough? Or is it something I must learn, like anything worth having? I will tell you gently what an old teaching would say. Peace is not a grand resolution. It is not a single great decision you make once and then it is done. It is smaller than that and kinder. It is a handful of quiet habits practiced day after day until stillness stops being a stranger. These are not laws. Take what serves you and leave the rest. Now, let us begin. The first habit is the morning pause. When you wake, before your hand reaches for the phone, before the news pours its worries into you, before the day begins its pulling, sit, just for 1 minute. Pour a cup of tea and watch the steam rise from it in the early light. Do nothing, breathe. Let the day begin in you before it begins around you. 1 minute. That is all. But how you meet the very first minute quietly colors all the hours that follow. Meet it grasping and the whole day feels like grasping. Meet it with a slow breath and the warmth of a cup in your hands, and something in you carries that calm forward. The steam rises, curls, and is gone, and you have already given the day its first gift, which is a steady heart. The second habit is letting the last word go. When you were younger, you may have needed to win, to be proven right, to have the final word land like a stone on the table, but you are past that now and you can feel it. In the second half of life, we no longer need to win the argument. Think of an old tree in a storm. The wind comes hard and the tree bends. It yields, and because it yields, it does not break, while the stiff, proud branch that refuses to move is the one that snaps. You can be that tree. You can let another person be right, even when they are not, and keep your own calm untouched. Being at peace is worth more than being proven correct. Say to yourself quietly, "This is not worth my stillness," and let the last word go. Let them have it. You keep something better. So you begin the day in you and you stop spending yourself on old arguments. 2 small habits and already the noise around you softens a little. But there is more the noise can take from you. And there is a way to take it back. Because there is a third habit and it is the one that lets you finally hear yourself again. A single small hour each day, when the phone goes dark and the television falls silent, an hour where nothing is asked of you and no voice reaches in. And in that hour, something remarkable begins to happen. The mind settles slowly, like sediment in still water. Give the mind 1 small hour and it will do the rest on its own. You do not have to fix anything in that hour, you only have to stop feeling it. Put the phone down, face to the table, its light gone. Let the television stay dark. And for a while, do not rush to pour anything into the quiet. At first, it feels strange. The silence seems too large and a part of you wants to reach for a sound, any sound, to make it smaller. Let that pass. Just sit, breathe. Watch the hour the way you would watch a still lake at dusk. And slowly, something happens. The mind settles the way sediment settles in still water. All day, it has been stirred, cloudy, every small worry lifting the dust again. But when nothing moves it, the heavy things drift downward, quietly, and the water begins to run clear. That is when you hear it. Not a voice from somewhere else. Your own thoughts, the ones that were always there, waiting under the noise for you to grow still enough to listen. 1 hour. That is all it asks. And how much it gives back. Let me pause here a moment because you have sat with 3 of these habits now and I am curious. Tell me in the comments, which of these habits touches you most today? I would like to know. And if these words keep you company, subscribe so they may keep another quiet heart company too. Then come, sit with me again. There is more. Because the 4th habit follows the 3rd, like clear water follows the settling. Once you can hear yourself, you begin to notice how much you have been carrying that was never yours to hold. So here is the fourth quiet habit: release what you no longer owe. You do not owe everyone an explanation. Think of how many hours a life can spend defending itself, justifying, explaining why you chose this and not that, why you feel as you feel. In the second half of life, you may set that down. Not everyone needs to understand you. Some never will, and that is not a wound. It is simply the shape of things. And the grudges. Oh, the grudges. We carry old grudges like stones in our pockets, one for the friend who forgot us, one for the words spoken 20 years ago, one for the door that closed. We carry them so long we forget they are heavy. We forget we are the ones who put them there. But every stone you set down, you feel it. The pocket grows light. The step grows easy. An old teaching says that some people came only to teach us something. They walked with us a little way, they gave us what we needed to learn, and then the path parted. This is not a law, only an image. Take from it what serves you. But perhaps you know the feeling. Perhaps there is someone you have held onto in anger when the truer thing is simply to let them walk on and to walk on yourself lighter. Do not mistake this for coldness. A lighter heart is not a colder one. Letting go is not turning to stone, it is the opposite. Letting go is how the heart stays soft, how it keeps room for tenderness instead of packing every corner with old weight. You forgive not because they earned it, but because you would rather be free. So you have quieted the mind and you have set down the stones. You are lighter now and more yourself than you have been in a long while. And here the path turns. Because the two habits that remain do something the first four did not. They turn you gently outward. The first of them asks you to care for one small living thing each day, something that depends on you. And the last, save for the very end, is the strongest of them all. So let it begin with something small and alive. A single plant on the windowsill, its soil gone dry, waiting for your hand. The birds gathering at a little feeder in the cool of the morning. A corner of a garden kept green only because you keep it. Nothing grand. Nothing that asks much of you at all. And yet, in caring for one small living thing each day, something quiet happens inside you. The heart stays soft. A day that might have drifted past empty and gray suddenly has a small reason in it. You are needed by that plant, by those birds in the smallest way, and that smallness is enough to give the ordinary day a quiet purpose. There is an old truth in this. When we stop asking only what the world will give us and begin to give, even a cup of water to a plant, the heart remembers how to stay open. The birds do not thank you. The plant will not say a word. And still, in the tending, something in you is quietly fed. We do not need to be needed by the whole world. One thirsty plant will do. And now the last habit. The one I saved for the very end, because it is to me the strongest of all. Meet the evening with gratitude. When the day is nearly done and the house is dark and still, before you close your eyes, name three small things this day gave you. Not the great things, not what you hoped for and did not receive. The mind left alone will often reach first for what went wrong, the word that stung, the thing undone. Let it. And then, gently, turn it toward the small good that was also there. A warm meal, a kind voice, the light through a window falling across the floor in the afternoon. Say them softly to yourself or only in your mind. Three small things, no more. An old teaching might picture the day as a candle. And there are two ways a candle can go out. It can be snuffed, pinched hard in a hurry, a little smoke and resentment left behind. Or it can be blown out gently, a thin ribbon of smoke rising, the room still warm from its light. Gratitude is what lets the day be blown out gently. When you have named what the day gave you, you can let it close without regret. Even a hard day gave you something, even a lonely one. And to see it before sleep is to lay the day down softly rather than throw it away. So tonight, before you sleep, name just three small things this day gave you. Only three. You may be surprised how they were there all along, quietly waiting to be noticed. These six small habits: the morning pause, letting the last word go, the small hour of silence, releasing what you no longer owe, tending one small living thing, and meeting the evening with gratitude, these are not laws. They are old teachings, nothing more. Take what serves you here and leave the rest. You need not carry them all. Perhaps only one will find its place in your days, and that is well. Because here is what I have come to believe, sitting with these years as they pass. Peace in the second half of life does not arrive on its own, like a guest knocking at the door. You do not wait for it, you practice it. Not all at once and never perfectly, but one quiet habit at a time. The cup of tea at dawn, the word let go, the hour of silence kept. And slowly, the way steam rises from a warm cup at first light, a gentler stillness settles into your days. You do not have to become someone new, you only have to meet your life as it is, gently, one small habit after another. So, let us sit a moment longer, you and I, with the tea now finished and the cups at rest between us. And that is enough, nothing more is needed. May your days be calm, may you carry your years with dignity and a light heart, and peace be with you.